introducing yourself and the guys you have up at the table.
Terrific. Well, I want to thank you guys for having this event like you guys done it before. It's a great treat, especially for a lot of our ninth graders who have never been here. To my right is one of our seniors, Adam Singer. He's played with me since I've been here. It's my third year there. Gavin Scalar, infielder as well, been 3 years with us. And Mr. Luis Pacheco, one of our POs.
And I know who you are, but maybe for everybody online, introduce yourself as well.
All right, my name is Paul Barrios. It's my third year at Dr. Krop, and been coaching high school baseball for about 20 years. So, like I said, I remember when Rick called me. I know exactly where I was when he had the idea of putting this together. And I was tired of looking at the paper, doing baseball season and finding out combines on football. Who cares? It really. So I thought it was an awesome idea, and look what it's become. It's really become our Bible. And we all use it.
Coach. It's, your programs like yourself have certainly helped us to get where we are today.
I appreciate it.
Why did the first start by speaking of which, when we first started covering Miami-Dade in 2012, last year was the first winning season over that time for Dr. Krop. I mean, it's obviously, talk about having that as a building stone for this year.
Oh, it's fantastic. Our coaching staff, and we're all glass half full anyway, but we were talented last year. We had a lot of strong guys, and we did well winning. I mean, until a guy named Rick put a curse on us when he picked us to clear all the way and win our districts. But we had won a regular season district. But I think this year these guys are more together. And I mean, not close like we want them to be, but they are. A bunch of good guys that care about each other. So I think we're going to be even better.
Adam, if you could share with us a little bit about the team chemistry and that dynamic within the group.
Well, last year we had like a little bit of team chemistry, but this year we're more like together. We do everything together. We just play baseball better together, and I think we're gonna have a better season this year.
As far as team identity, is there one particular area you feel like this is our strongest? This will be kind of the bread and butter that we'll lean on the most.
Well, we don't have a lot of like power, so we're gonna work on playing small ball, work hard on playing defense. Try and just be like the best defensive team, and that's it, really.
Coach, I know one of the things since you've been at Dr. Krop that has been a nonstop, continual process is the improvements to the field.
Oh.
Take me up to date. Bring me up to speed.
I'll tell you what. We were out there yesterday. It's being a public school and we always do when we have a meeting with the parents. Education, obviously, public education. The field is on us. So we have field days, and we've done a lot of good things. And when you go up there, and hopefully when you come back, you're going to see that we keep improving it. But it's, for me, it's therapy. I can go out there and play in the dirt, because I still love playing in the dirt. And we're blessed to have a lot of our parents helping us. So we were out there for 2 hours, and then Coach Elliott took them, and they hit for another 2 hours. So kind of just coming to the field, but we go out of it. And I wish all of them would come, but that's coming, which is mandatory because I don't get to play on that field. All I do is get to fix it for these guys to have the best season that they can. And getting back with Adam saying, to me, and I don't know if you have it there, probably our strength is our pitching. So if we can catch it and throw it, we're going to be fine.
Paul, you said you were a little disappointed how things went at the end of last season. So talk about your goals for this season and where you see yourself and what your immediate goals are for this season.
Well, immediate goals is we've always said it. Our schedule's not soft. We're going to play anybody that wants to play us. And that's going to change. But just that we're clicking right towards the end. That we're rested and ready to go when we get in district play. Regardless where we end up. If it's 1 or 4. We've been there before. The year before last, we were 4th. Finished 2nd. Last year, we were 1, and we were sent home. We had a cocky team. You know, they wanted to go yard. All of a sudden, we got spanked and we got sent home. And it's tough because we shoot for winning the last game of the season. Everybody does, right? What a feeling that your last game of the season, you win.
Yeah, that dog pile.
You can do that dog pile and you can get injured because we won't be playing again till the year after. So that's what we're shooting for.
And all three of these guys were obviously a part of the team last year as well.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, sometimes going forward, you can learn and improve so much more off of a tough loss, like in the district playoffs. Is that the case with you guys, or are you guys, turning that into a positive now going into the season?
Yeah. Last year, like, everybody just wanted to go for power, and we lost because of it. Everybody just wanted to be selfish. This year, we got to be like more together and play as a team to win.
Have you been seeing that?
Yeah.
That's starting to happen?
Yes, it is.
What did you guys do in the fall to kind of get everybody back on side and back together towards this? Was it more about playing baseball? Was it about getting in the weight room? Like, what was your goal in the fall to get prepared for the season?
Okay. Well, we probably played 30 games in the fall, and this is and if we take our shirts off, you'll see it. They have defense written in the front. That's what we preach. Defense, 21 outs, no more. That's all we need to do. The other team will hand it to us if we do that. Easily, 5 errors made in any high school game. So that's our battle cry. Defense, defense, defense. We'll manufacture runs, no matter if we don't have the power. I think we're a better team because of it. Really do. I mean, you live on those long balls, you're going to die by the long ball.
And how are you changing the culture and changing the identity of your team, which sometimes isn't the easiest thing to do?
It's easy to do, but when you have guys like these guys and some of the guys that are there, these senior class really police, and they're going to leave this program better than when they found it. I know that. And it's not, Coach Perez, Coach Rodriguez, Coach Figueroa, myself yelling or doing whatever. It's we need our seniors. These are the guys that come back to our alumni games and talk to these guys, and we always have those questions. Oh, Coach, I wish I would have, right? Hopefully we have less than that every year as we go on.
And as you've gone through this fall season, have you seen a change in the team and their philosophy and not going for the long ball as much and maybe playing a little bit more as a team?
Oh, I've seen it, but we got to get better at it anyway. And I've seen these guys, and seeing today, taking infield, I've seen a lot of these guys get bigger and stronger. Coach Figueroa puts them through it's fun. He makes it fun, but instead of conditioning, they're working. They're working. If you want to come out, 5:30, he's got these big tires, and they're jumping them, and they're pushing them, and they're running through them. And I'm looking out there, and I said, but I've seen it. I've seen it in the fall, a lot of them, and the maturity. And then, again, we always talk. I want smart baseball players, guys that are smart, guys that, and we harp on this as well, that we know a lot of players, they have an 0 for 1, you can pencil an 0 for 5. We don't. We need you at the end of the game. You can be 0 for 3, hit a double, win the game. Who's going to remember those 3 at-bats before, right? Nobody's going to remember those. Rick's going to come to you after the game and have you tell him how you did it. Tell him your coaches helped you.
Just 5:30 a.m. you guys get started, huh?
No, 5:30 p.m.
No, I was going to say, that's about bedtime for HSBN staff.
No, we're having trouble getting guys there at 7:20. So 5:30, that would be crazy.
30 games in a fall season. That's a lot of games. What was that like for you guys playing such a heavy, fall schedule?
Well, I actually didn't think it was heavy at all. I think it was as expected because we've done that before. Last fall, we played in more games in the spring season, and it's just gonna prepare us and make us better for the spring.
Coach, you graduated, I think it was 10 guys last year.
Yep, got 10 more.
I was going to say, I got to assume that, this almost kind of a two-pronged question. I got to assume that there's some good young newcomers coming in, and also, talk a little bit about some position battles. I'm assuming there probably are some of those.
Well, we really harp, and we got guys moving around everywhere. I mean, one of our seniors, Teddy, I can play him anywhere I want it. Singer, Gavin, all these guys, we moving them around consistently. And your question was?
Any new guys coming
Oh,
in? That
our young
expected to
guys-
make some contributions?
Our young guys have the possibility to be better than a lot of guys. They're just right now need to get bigger and stronger, but they have abilities, and I'm carrying 22 guys. Bonilla looks at me and says I'm crazy. I said no. I want those young guys to see the speed of the game there with those playing against those 18-year-olds. It's only going to get them better. I mean, Castro, he's a sophomore. He played last year's summer, 18 under. Okay, he had a few struggles. He's better because of it. It's without a doubt he's going to be better. So some of these guys are going to be playing some JV games and being at varsity are going to catch up with the speed of the game.
And the folks at home who are watching this can't see our room, which is completely jam-packed.
See, I
with
forgot about
Michael
that.
Krop players.
Yeah.
So you're saying there are 22 on your roster for this season.
Correct.
What is it like managing such a large roster like that?
That's good. Listen, our seniors help us and have a great staff. It's guys are great. It's fun. We can get it. Listen, there's another battle cry. If somebody gets injured or somebody happens to screw up at school or do whatever, what do we do?
Next man up.
Next man up. There you got them. Next man up. And we trust the next man that's coming. We have to.
For the players here, what's it been like as you guys grow into more of a mature role on the team, mentoring some of these younger guys? How has it been for you guys?
Most of them just listen. Like, you just gotta be hard on them and take them through what you experienced and even harder and push them to be like a bigger and better player.
And do you guys feel like you're growing into those roles now as more mature players?
Yeah, for sure. I think like us seniors, we just have to take all those younger guys and show them the way, and like we have to humble ourselves and just keep working every day.
Coach, tell us a little bit. You hinted at it. Share with us a little bit. Maybe even name your coaching staff, especially with a big group like this. Sometimes those guys are so integral. To help what you do, because you can't manage that many bodies by yourself.
Oh, no, our coaching staff. Okay, Coach Pete Perez. Pete Perez and I played at FIU together in the early 80s. This is how long. And we played against each other because Pete played at Hialeah. So we were rivals when I was at Carroll City. Coach Randy Rodriguez, he's been a buddy for a long time, a guy I trust. He's not helping us as much as he can because he's got a full-time job, but he'll show up and he helps us out. And he helps me a lot with trying to get these guys into school. And Coach Figueroa, I've always had this thing where I've said, and I struggle with this one, that, I never wanted to have like a parent help me coach. But Coach Figueroa is a parent of one of our POs.
What's his first name?
Elliot. And he's been a blessing. He's got more energy than half of these guys in the room. So, and that's what we need. So you know what? You guys ever seen Coach Elliott slag?
No, Coach.
Well, you guys shouldn't be slacking either, because he's not going to quit. So yeah, that's been a blessing having him. It's again, we were really looking for a designated pitching coach, and it's me again, which I wanted to do, that hang around with these guys, but now I have guys that can split them up and we can get a full 2.5 hours of work in. It's a blessing. You cannot do it without a good coaching staff, and we're blessed to have it.
So who's throwing the BP then? You still throwing the BP?
I throw some, but Elliot can go 22 and not even have a drink of water. I'm serious. So that's another load off, but yeah, we got to get throwing, because one of the benefits for an older guy like me is hanging around with these guys. Keeps me young.
For the seniors, what games are you looking forward to the most this year?
Well, it's always, regardless how good or bad you are, our district games are just a battle. If you've never been there, I remember our athletic director when I first got the job. He's a track guy. I had him come out to a game at Alex Fernandez, and he was freaking out. It was our district game, there's probably about 350 people there. Literally insane. And he goes, "This is insane." That's what he told me. I said, "Well, this is high school baseball in Hialeah.
Yep.
It's a whole different animal. And if you haven't been there, you got to go to one of these games. So within our districts, Hialeah Gardens, American, which don't take them lightly. They were young last year, and we beat them like a drum, and then we lost to them in our place because we got overconfident. I mean, I remember that game because we had his twin brother Ethan get hurt in that game, so I'll never forget that game. He was airlifted, and he was fine. He's the one that was wrecked. But we blew them out, and then they came in our place late in the season and beat them. They'll keep getting better. So those district games, yeah, those are the games. You know, we'll be playing
Those are one of the
McCarty.
things I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
Is your district, those 4 teams, it's very, very even. You guys, they're
Huh?
always really competitive games, and there's 1 to 4. It almost doesn't even matter.
But you can just throw them up in the air. Yeah, those. I love our district. I love our district because it's fine. I like all of them. Some of them don't like each other, so I love it. They're all battling each other, and we just sit back. You know?
Well, they're all in Hialeah,
Yep.
too. You
Yeah,
got
they're in
to-
Hialeah. Leave that school. It's all the way in either Dade or Broward, we can say, because we're either in Dade or Broward, depending where you step on our field. Don't bother us. We just show up, and then we'll go home.
For the players, who are you looking for to play this year?
Those
Wow.
big games like Hialeah Gardens. We
Yeah.
just want the
You can finish.
we just want the like revenge from last year.
There we go.
Won it on those
That
teams.
bad taste, get it out of your mouth, Adam.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna be looking forward towards those district games, but we have to just take it one game at a time and just not think about like playing Hialeah. Like if we're playing some other team, we have to think about that team that we're playing right now. We can't just think about like the district championship right now because we haven't even started the season yet.
I think for spring break, you guys are you back in the HSBN tournament this year?
Yeah.
Talk about having, that point of the season and being able to be a part of that tournament.
That's a good one. So I talked to Anthony. We want to have a lot of games at our place, which is really nice. We don't have to travel. Because I remember those days. At times when we were traveling, one day we're here. So, we look forward to that. That's a good time. And that's the week I get to take off of work. Just concentrate on baseball. So that's a good time. We always talked about maybe traveling. I just can't see with 22 guys traveling. It's tough.
And have a lot of people to help with the field and everything, I guess, for those tournament games too.
Yeah, I hope we do. And it should be fun. Looking forward to that.
After 30 games in the fall, what would you say is your greatest strengths right now? Where are you? What is your sweet spot on this team?
Probably our battery or pitching catching situation. We're loaded with pitching. I mean, just good health. We can play 4 days a week easily. So, and that's a far cry from my first year, where we were really successful. We were pinching ourselves as a coaching staff. We're going, we didn't see this coming, and they just overachieved. And we had no depth. We had no pitching. I mean, Adam was a 10th grader at that time. Yeah, throwing a lot of innings.
Nice. He threw a lot of innings back there.
He'll be again this year, but we need his bat and we need him in the lineup as well. So it's not something that we have to put because it's kind of tough when you got guys that are throwing 70 pitches and then you got to play them somewhere else. And a guy like Lou that's a PO, he gets that day after he pitches, which is the most important one, to recover, to get ready for his next one. So we're blessed that way. And having a lot of bodies, it pushes everybody else because you're only next man up if somebody gets hurt or somebody screws up.
Well, here's to hoping neither of those things happen.
Well, I
this
hope
year,
not.
guys.
I hope not at all.
Guys, that's everything we have for you. Thank you very much for coming out here today. We really enjoyed this, and here's to a great season ahead.
Well, thank you very much for having me. Where's the Gatorade? Stuff in the Gatorade.
Gatorade didn't want to sponsor.